Which two languages were used across England during the Middle Ages? Welsh, Gaelic, Norman French, or Anglo-Saxon? In 1776, which British colonies declared their independence because they demanded that there should be no taxation without representation? North African, Asian, North American, or South African? When was England ruled by a republic and not by a monarch? When Elizabeth I died without any successor? When Charles I was executed? When the Carta Magna restricted the king's power? Or when King Harold died after the Battle of Hastings? Which film produced in the UK was one of the most commercially successful films of all time and one of the highest-grossing film franchises? Harry Potter, Spider-Man, The Lord of the Rings, or Indiana Jones? When did the first farmers come to Britain? 10,000 years ago? 6,000 years ago? 15,000 years ago? Or 2,000 years ago? When did the First World War end? At 12 p.m. on the 11th of November 1914, at 12 p.m. on the 11th of November 1918, at 11 a.m. on the 11th of November 1914, or at 11 a.m. on the 11th of November 1918. Can court orders be obtained to protect a person from being forced into a marriage? Yes or no? What medal did Mary Peters win in the 1972 Olympics? She did not win any medals, silver, gold, or bronze. In England, Wales and Northern Ireland, youth court cases are normally heard by, choose two answers, up to 3 specially trained magistrates, a district judge, a sheriff, or up to 5 specially trained magistrates. What was invented by Alan Turing in the 1930s? The jet engine, the television, the Turing machine, or the ball pen? Which of the following tells us about how people lived in England just after the Norman Conquest? The Domesday Book, the Book of Common Prayer, the Canterbury Tales, or the Carta Magna? The Magna Carta. Who led a team of scientists to split the atom for the first time? Alexander Fleming, Alan Turing, Ernest Rutherford, or Sir Peter Mansfield? What song is sung by people in the UK and other countries when they are celebrating the New Year? Auld Lang Syne, the British Anthem, Jingle Bells, or White Christmas? Who fought in the English Civil War of 1642? The House of York and the House of Lancaster, the Anglo-Saxons and the Vikings, the Cavaliers and the Roundheads, or the House of Fraser and the House of Stuart? Which 2 of these forts were part of Hadrian's Wall? Vindolanda, Maiden Castle, Housesteads, or Grimsby? What was the religion of the Puritans? Hindi, Catholic, Sikh, or Protestant? What is the name of Irish people who favoured complete independence from the UK in the 19th century? Fenians, Quakers, Highlanders, or Suffragettes? Which 2 British pop music groups were famous during the swinging 60s? The Rolling Stones, the Beatles, ABBA, or Radiohead? What is the minimum age required to drive a motorcycle? 16 years old, 17 years old, 18 years old, or 21 years old? The members of the House of Lords, known as peers, are elected by the people. True or false? When did the Emancipation Act abolish slavery throughout the British Empire? 1835, 1823, 1807, or 1833? Who is responsible for crime, policing and immigration? The Chancellor of the Exchequer, the Foreign Secretary, the Speaker, or the Home Secretary? What kind of genre was the film Wallace and Gromit created by Nick Park? A soap opera, a silent movie, an animated film, or an action film? Anyone who is violent towards their partner, whether they are a man or a woman, married or living together, can be prosecuted. True or